It's a brutal era of endless war. The forces of chaos pour forth from the north, ravenously devouring the once mighty empire. But one intrepid leader seeks to unite and save all humankind, and purge every last vestige of chaos from the world.
Hey guys, welcome back to what feels like about the 500th episode of the never-ending campaign of Emperor Karl Franz, but I think we're actually only on, I want to say maybe episode 83 or so. Still, it has been quite a campaign. We're on turn number 109. Same thing that has basically been the case for about the last 20 episodes or so, which is I really don't know whether or not we're going to win or lose this campaign. If we're going to win, it's going to go on for quite a bit longer. If we're going to lose, then it may not last much longer, because I kind of feel like the Empire could collapse at almost any moment. But we are doing the best we can. We have all these invasions. We have done an awful lot of damage down here till Sylvania. The Vampire Counts are, of course, the in-game crisis race that has risen against us. But we have defeated, I want to say, I think it was like 8 or 9 armies of Sylvania down here. But we haven't been able to do anything but play basic defense over here with Kimmler. So we also just recently had Khazrak declare war on us again, so we still have him to deal with. We still have Wolfric up here to deal with. We've won a couple of important battles up here, but you know we just can't devote the forces to take care of him right now. Now what we have done is we have made some advances up here in the northeastern part. We've retaken Wolfenburg and Castle von Rauken. I actually came down here and into the last episode defeated the garrison here at Zavastra. We do have another army right there that somehow I lost track of. I didn't remember that was there. But anyway, not a big deal. We did move at the tail end of the last episode. I moved this army back into Castle von Rauken, but I couldn't save it at that point, so I'm going to go ahead and do that again now. This gets us called up to where we were at the end of the last episode. And obviously we can just sort of recuperate a little bit right there. I feel like we're strong enough to probably withstand an attack for this coming in turn. This is the big concern right here, is that we've got multiple armies of Archaon coming in. Looks like 3 armies total of Archaon. We've got Azhag the Slaughterer back, and he's building back up. We have these 3 armies of Sylvania that we still have to deal with. We got more down here as well. And like I said, we've got Heinrich Kimmler over here that we still have to deal with, and we've already won, I believe, 1 battle, maybe 2 here at Fort Bergbris, waiting for this garrison to fully replenish. It's almost there at this point. Just threw together an emergency army of basically rubbish units here to help out with the defense right there, but it's only a matter of time before they're going to come with, stronger forces than what we can handle. And then, as I mentioned, Khazrak is a concern as well. In fact, we've got this guy right here, who is at this point looking like he's... I don't know if is Khazrak at war with the Wood Elves here? I guess that's going to be an important thing to check. No. So what that means is he's probably going to ignore Pale Sisters and move towards Marienburg. Now, Marienburg is strong enough to be able to take on that army, but if another army were to show up, then we might be in a little bit of trouble. And in fact, even the Marienburg garrison is not at full strength. Wow, okay. I might need to do something about that as well. And then up here, we've got this tiny little army. Basically, has won multiple times pushing off attacks by Wolfric, but keeps getting whittled down in the process. And I have this sort of secondary army that I started recruiting to move up there to help it out. So I think that's pretty much the strategic overview of this campaign. We are going to be doing an intern here. I have to double check if any armies have any movement left. I don't think I have any more battles coming up before I do the intern. The other big concern that, of course, always happens with a campaign that goes on this long, that's using as many different mods as we are using, is that I'm kind of crossing my fingers every time I load this game in, because some of the mods, you know, get older and older. CA keeps making changes to the game, so you never know at what point a campaign is going to become unplayable because of because of bugs and compatibility issues. You know, CA making changes that invalidates a mod, those sorts of things. So anyway, fingers crossed that we can keep going with this, because this campaign has absolutely been a blast. But yeah, it's going on so much longer than I ever expected it to. And I should also just say thank you to all of you who have stuck with this campaign since the very beginning. It's been going on, I don't know, has it been a year yet? It may be a year ago that we started this campaign. All right, anyway, let me know in the comments if you have been following this campaign since the very beginning. I'm just mildly curious. I know not everybody likes to comment, but if you feel like commenting, I would appreciate it. Okay. All right, anyway, so we've got our control. I don't really think control is all that important. I guess I'm doing this more for the trade increase. We do need every little bit of money we can get. Should we, at this point, should we be trying to level up Lykeburg? It's only 1460 to do that. I could cancel it next turn. These armies I have not moved. Okay, so Oh, I know what I was going to do. I do have more battles coming up, don't I? I was going to make an attack over here. No. I was thinking about it, but then I realized I can't reach. 0%. And Elspeth. Elspeth could reach. However, Elspeth's army really needs replenishing. Okay, it's all right. We'll keep an eye on what's going on over here. If they don't attack over the intern, then maybe we will help them out. Could I send them help? Send aid? I don't think I should do it right now if I'm not going to launch an attack. Actually, you know what I could do? I could. This is a winnable battle. I could move Marius up here, send aid, launch an attack with the additional army.
Praise Sigma.
You need to replenish.
What does the Emperor
and you need to not only replenish, you need to recruit.
I will
Actually,
marshal the men.
you could stand to recruit as well. Elspeth at least is at full strength. But I could take Marius here. And fight a battle over here. I think we're going to do that, so let me just do this. I want to check and see, does he buff artillery? He does not. Okay, so I don't necessarily need to get artillery into his army. And quite frankly, this artillery needs to replenish.
To the provinces. The
I
Empire.
could take...
Praise Sigma.
I think I'm going to find out what kind of an army we get over here first. It's this one right here.
Calls.
And actually, you know what I should have double checked is, can I borrow it? If I can't borrow it, then that kind of precludes my being able to do this after all. Okay, we're talking about... Nope, I can't borrow it. I don't have enough allegiance. That was kind of dumb of me to not check that out first. All right, well, never mind. We're not going to do that. We're going to replenish, and we're going to... We'll get some attacks in next turn. Okay. So many things to juggle in this campaign. All right, so now what does that mean? It means that we do need to
It
do
is
some
time.
recruiting.
What does the Emperor bid? Yes, my lord.
From everybody here who's at less than 20.
So?
Now,
This will bolster the nation.
Hans, let's get you. You are a celestial wizard.
Calls.
Honestly,
I will
you could
marshal the
you could
men.
stand to go into any of these armies.
The nation calls.
But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in
Prophecy in the sky.
Marius's
By
army
the
here.
comet.
I await to advise. Bring forth items of power.
Praise
All right,
Sigma.
now you're at 19. And we're going to recruit in some... We're going to recruit in some cannons for you. Of the things that only take a single turn, I think that's probably the best. That will at least give you some artillery, which means forcing the enemy to come to us. I would
Ready.
rather get... Why can't I... Did I
the
not see them, or
provinces.
can I actually really
Now.
not recruit Hellstorm rocket batteries? Oh, it's because I'm not in...
What
hang
does
on,
the
let me
Emperor
switch
bid?
to
By
global
Sigma's
recruiting.
right.
Or to encampment stance. Now I can do global recruiting. Hellstorm rocket batteries are going to take me 4 turns. Okay, well, never mind. That's not going to happen. All right, we're back to the cannons. That's okay. It'll do.
The nation
Helmet
calls.
Feuerbach. Okay. First of all, let's get
I
Emil
will
von
marshal the
Corden
men.
into Deadwood.
All right. It is
And
time.
recruiting. He can recruit 5 units. He could stand to have a little bit more missile infantry. Which I cannot do through local recruiting. I can't do, like, I really like Hokeland long rifles. I like Nolan Ironsides. I even like handgunners, and they're all only 2 turns each. But I could just go crossbows to get them in a single turn. Our crossbows have a strength of 25. I realize they've got very bad armor piercing, but 25 is not bad. And some of what we're fighting here, well, there's a lot of armor. Well, some of these things have high armor, some of them don't. I'm going to go ahead and take the crossbows because it's a single turn. That now gets us up to 3 missile infantry. We're going to go 4 missile infantry. Let me just double check. What about state? No. No handgunner type units for the electric count state troops. Okay.
Yes.
Then now we've got 4 missile infantry and a little bit of cav, 1 artillery. I'm going to want a little bit more halberdiers. Do you buff halberdiers or do you buff greatswords? You buff greatswords. Okay, let's get some greatswords, some more greatswords here. And that takes you up to 19. I'm going to leave a place open for another hero. And I'm going to look, first of all, and see, can we recruit another hero? We cannot. Not there, anyway. Like a bird, can you?
Mage.
Yeah, you can do an engineer. Okay. Let me just see. Can I recruit engineers at a... Okay, actually, maybe we might want to do a witch hunter. That is pretty far away. Never mind. I want to see if I can recruit engineers at higher than level 1 anywhere. Let me go back to this. Level 3, if I recruit them there. Love back to level 1. Okay. I've got so many provinces here. It takes a while to work the way through all of them. Okay, so this is back to level 1. Okay, is it worth recruiting up here for a level 3? Where am I looking at? Is it worth recruiting all the way up here for the level 3 engineer? It would probably take 3 turns, at least, maybe 4, for him to get down there. So I think that's my answer. 3 turns, probably. I think that's my answer. Oops. I thought it was here that I was looking at recruiting. Was it here? Leichenburg. Yeah, here, okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and recruit one as a level 1. We've got extra reload. That's a possibility. Hoagland scopes, range, and hawkish precision. I'm probably going to go with that. Or weapon master. Yeah, we're going to go with Hoagland scopes. I like the extra range as much as anything here. Recruit.
Engineer.
Okay, and then we'll try to get you into Emil von Corden's army next turn. That then leaves Helmut Feuerbach. You've got some missile infantry, some cav. You've got no artillery.
You'd get outsmarted by a
And
squid.
you don't buff artillery either. You've got no greatswords. Do you buff greatswords? Yes, you do. Okay, let's get you. I can't recruit greatswords. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can. They're the first one right there, Michael. Okay. All right. Now he's at 20. You know, we're only going to recruit one again. We're going to leave this at 19. And we're going to get an engineer into his army as well.
Rider of the Dragon in Carmine.
Okay. Bandolier or Weapon Master. This is missile strength plus 10. Yeah, I'm going to go Weapon Master. And you know what I need to do? I need to see if I have any extra magic items or ancillaries to give these new engineers. Okay, we have the Brass Cleaver. We'll give it to you. I've got lots of extra weapons here. Lucky Arrow. Yeah, we'll give that to you. Ranger's Quiver, we're going to give that to the other one that I just recruited. Ancillaries. Agitator. Yeah, we'll take that. Apprentice Wizard. I don't see why not. Ferryman. Sure. Hedge Wizard. I don't see why not. Messenger. At this point, I've got more of these than I expected to. Wow. Scribe. Okay. All right, I'm actually filling him up here without expecting to. Lots of campaign line of sight and movement range. I'm going to save some of these. Well, I've got 2 scribes. But I already have a campaign movement one, don't I? No. Okay, so I'll give you a scribe. Okay. And that's one of the 2 of you.
Master craftsman.
Where's the other one? Right here.
Diligent
Helmet
creator.
Neater. You can get a scribe. And a vagabond. Wow, look at all these ancillaries. This is crazy. And an outrider. Okay. I don't know if these stack. Let's save that Outrider. Campaign movement range, there we go, okay. Yeah, I don't know if those things stack. Alright, we'll take the Hedge Wizard. Somewhere I've got one that I need to hover over to get that exclamation point off my screen because that bothers me. Where the heck is it? There it is. The Lich Bone Pennant. Okay. And then as a magic item, I know I've got a weapon and... Actually, this is not good for you. I want you to be not using melee. However, you can get this Ranger's Quiver. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. Alright. Every little bit helps in a campaign like this. Okay, so we're now going to get an engineer into Emil von Corden's army and an engineer into Helmut Feuerbach's army. I don't have room for one in Marius Haldenstrat's army, nor in Elspeth's army. Okay, that's fine. And we could recruit another
Bring me to my men.
Witch Hunter up here if I wanted to, but only at level 1. Is there anywhere else I can recruit Witch Hunters at a higher level? Level 1. Level 1. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Alright. I'll worry about the Witch Hunters later. Okay, I think then Emperor Karl Franz. What was I going to do with you? And I've got these very annoying heroes close by that I wouldn't mind trying to get rid of. Quinn, I don't want to use you on an assassination, but maybe I can use one of these others. 95%. It costs 1,000 to do it. This guy's only level 2, and it cost me 1,000 to do it. This guy's level 45. This one's level 13. What is my chance to assassinate Conrich here? 39%. I'm not spending 1,300 for a 39% chance. And you, Ronan, 71% chance, but also more than 1,000. I think what I'm going to do, I want to come down this way and hide down here and encourage these armies to move towards Talabheim, thinking it's vulnerable, and then being subject to an attack by Emperor Karl Franz, who actually, now that I'm looking at this, he needs a 20th unit as well. We have no... Yes, we have one wizard in this army. Okay, I want you to assassinate. Critical success, okay. Well, not that big of a deal. That was only a level 2 hero. But we'll take it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring you out down this way.
Beware, enemy of the Empire.
I don't think Wolfenburg is vulnerable. I don't think... Well, it is vulnerable. There just aren't any armies close enough to attack it. It is still 3 turns away, though, from having the walls building built. So it's going to need to be defended for at least 3 more turns. So what we want to do is we want Emperor Karl Franz to go into ambush stance.
Is my right by Sigmar's crown.
And we want him to be close enough to move southward if need be, or back up to here if need be. If I come to, let's say here, I'm at 100% right here. It says 90% now, but it said 100% when I hovered over it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, now it's 100%. Okay, I don't know. And then we need a 20th unit, but I don't want to bring him out of ambush stance, so we're not going to get it this turn. Ultimately, though, he's going to need probably either another Hellstorm, rocket battery, or a little bit more cav. Probably more cav would be best for him. Okay, well, we're going to worry about that later. We're already low on money anyway. You've moved. I remember this. This was bugged out, right? I mean, it was almost giving me infinite movement, it felt like. So I didn't want to abuse that. Prometheus, I can get you...
Honored to serve.
You could actually get in... You could actually get the whole way up there. And you could reinforce an attack on this army. This army has manticores that are wounded. Marauders. Okay, that's okay. A level 4 Lord. Mauls of Savagery. These are Skin Wolves armored. And Norscan Ice Trolls. And what we've got... If I launch this army... plus this army against it. That really should be enough, shouldn't it?
To the provinces.
I feel like it should. He's level 24 by himself. I don't think they can retreat. I think that army already retreated once. Let's do this.
My journey begins.
What does the Emperor bid?
Do I want to do any? No, I don't think I need any additional. I mean, I don't. Oh, hello.
No.
Well, that's bad. He's going to be able to wipe out that army now. Holy cow! Look at that. He's got 7 mammoths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 6 mammoths. I don't guess he would want peace. Krace! Hey, Krace! Let's be friends.
For the Phoenix King, and I bid very well.
Okay. Nobody wants to trade. Kimry wants military access. Kimry, you are 44. I don't really have a good sense of how strong that is. Well, I can see right there. It's not terribly strong. Okay. Oh, hello. Finally.
I will weigh what you have to say, and
Finally, we get Eotane
as you say.
in an alliance here. Do we want to be in a defensive alliance or a full-fledged military alliance? They are the strongest faction in the game. Plus, they're willing to give us a lot of money.
Very well.
Okay. All right. Khazrak, we don't want a military alliance with you because you're absolute rubbish. You've got 1 settlement. Nobody wants to confederate, and here's the big one. Okay, World Walkers. I need to do it.
A negotiation. How about this?
They're going to pay us 1,400. Okay. Yeah, otherwise I would be fighting an army with 6 mammoths next turn, and I am not in a position to do that. That's kind of cool right there. Has that always been there? I've never noticed that before. That I can remember. Alright, anyway. So now that does change things a little bit. I don't need both of these armies. I can consolidate them. First of all, I'm going to get rid of you.
By the comet.
And then I'm going to have you transfer your units to his army.
Praise be to Sigma.
I will marshal the men.
Or just disband them completely.
To the provinces.
Sigmarite Archlector.
I'm going to keep moving you in the direction
Your word is my command.
of the city because we are still worried about Khazrak, and I do need an army over here to deal with Khazrak. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and merge these. And then I'm going to disband you for now. We might bring you back in at some point. You did an admirable job defending Black Pit.
I will do anything for
And we've
Sigmar.
just saved ourselves a little bit of money. Okay. So that army's good. This army, really nothing to do except defend Fort Bergbrus. Again, I could do recruiting, but obviously there's not much we can recruit here. I would not mind, if they're going to give us time to, I could recruit... Oh, no, I've got 4 handgunners. I was going to say, I could recruit some gunpowder units. I already have gunpowder units there, Michael. Okay. I think then, Elspeth, you're going to stay where you are. All you guys have all already sorted through. Everybody here. Okay. I realize this is not the most exciting part of these YouTube episodes, but it's got to be done. I have asked questions before about editing some of this stuff out, and I've had more people say that they like to hear the thought processes of the decision making here, so that's why I'm leaving it in until I hear more people say otherwise. From a settlements perspective, we have 7,000. We're going to probably want to save a good chunk of it. Brass Keep, you're at 19. You've got these walls. If I upgrade, this is pretty expensive. I wouldn't mind doing it, but it's pretty expensive. I'm not sure I could... no, I certainly can't justify it there. I think you're okay. Nuln, I think you're okay. We're all the way down to only 2 mission objectives. I seem to remember having tons before. Okay, Altdorf, I'm saving up for another landmark, I think, for you. No, I've already got the Imperial Palace. And I've already got the Altdorf Colleges of Magic, so I'm saving up for something else, and I'm not exactly sure what. But most likely this. This would at least increase our research rate. $13.50 to get it started. And ultimately it's going to increase our capacity for engineers as well as our recruit rank. I kind of sort of don't think I need it right now. Might be better actually to unlock more warrior priests. How many places can I recruit warrior priests right now? Just here. This is her gig. Okay. Yeah. I would say back in Altdorf, we're going to go with the Warrior Priest building, which I can afford. If I can find it. There it is. So let's do it. This level doesn't really do much for us, but this level right there increases our capacity. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, then black. Yeah, I think I'm going to save the rest of the money then. All right, I believe we are probably ready to do an intern. Let me just double check this. Unify, Casus Belli, Requisition. Don't think I need to do this. I think all the recruiting that we're doing doesn't desperately need to happen. Oh no, I'm thinking of conscription anyway. We can do that next turn. This requisition just replenishes the Electric Count State troops. I could have done this, reducing our recruitment cost. I don't think I desperately needed to do that up here where I'm doing the recruiting. These are not terribly expensive. We could have saved a little bit of money, but I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think we would have saved enough, and who knows, we might end up needing it again within in the next few turns. Okay. I've already checked the diplomacy. Raid Castle Baston. Maybe, eventually, who knows. Defeat Rink of Vanhall. Okay. I don't think that's going to happen this turn. Alright, not going to worry about it. Here we go. Finally gives me a chance to take a sip of coffee. I would love to see our allies start to make some headway against these guys. And actually they just did, didn't they? They just won one battle. And then subsequently lost a battle. Alright, well, that was very short-lived. They look like they still have plenty of military strength left. But if I remember, they have it all stationed in safe areas where they're of... Yeah, Mao Ying here has stationed in an area where she's of absolutely no value. I did switch to the campaign AI tweaks in hopes that our alliance partners would actually start doing things, because with Heclius AI they did tend to just all congregate in safe areas. We'll see if there's a noticeable change. It'll probably take a few turns to build up enough evidence to know one way or the other. They certainly have plenty of armies. Oh no, this is the western provinces now. Well, between the two Cathays, they have plenty of armies. They just aren't doing anything with them yet. Is that the changeling I just saw? I'm not sure. Looked like his color scheme. It is a gorgeous game. Zoomed in nice and close like this. Okay, here we go. Here's what I'm hoping is going to turn into something good. It's promising so far. It's a pretty strong army that Alistar has right there. If he can start making some headway against the against a Marathi, I guess that was. Yeah, and he's moving these armies away from, finally, moving them away from Lothern. Thank goodness. I already feel like this is an improvement with the campaign AI tweaks. They're taking the slow road, though. They're staying on land instead of getting in the water. And he's not actually launching an attack for some reason. But if we can get Eotane to actually start fighting against Chaos, we could turn this campaign around. We could switch it back from the end of the Empire to what it was originally, which was a death to all chaos campaign. Okay, we're up to Avalorn. Not really in a position to finish off the Drowned, it looks like, Silostra. But maybe soon. I see a Beastman army right there as well. She may want to do something about that. This is a good sign. We're seeing fewer armies sitting in the capitals doing nothing. Should have made this change a long time ago. Oh, she's not going after Silostra. She's going after Malekith. Interesting. Ivris was right there where Malekith is, and is running away, apparently. Actually, launched an attack on Sigvald instead. Okay, that's fine. Finished off that army of Sigvald. We'll take it. Every little bit helps. I'm getting encouraged. I honestly am. Watching what the High Elves are doing right now compared to what they used to be doing. I'm getting my hopes up. Okay, I'm not sure why I had visibility down there. I don't think I'm allied with anybody down there in Lustria. This is going to be really important to see what Malekith does. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's to be expected. They took another settlement up there, but it was a shrine of Ladriel. It was very poorly defended. Okay, here we go. Now we're back in our corner of the world. Failed to wound one of my heroes. That's definitely good. Not crazy about all these agent actions, but there's not very much we can do about it. Perform damage walls against Castle von Rauken. Okay, that's not great. We still have 90 factions alive. That seems like quite a bit for this late in the game. I do want to pay particular attention here to Balthazar's movements, because at some point when it feels opportune, we might confederate him. He's got one army here, 2 armies here, not really in good locations as far as we're concerned. 3 or 4 armies now, 5 armies. Yeah, I don't want to pay for all these armies when they're nowhere near being useful. Okay, here comes Azhag, sending a hero towards us. He's going to assassinate one of my brand new engineers. Yes, he is. Because of course he is. Well, it was only a level 1, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. And then Azhag, because of the cinematic camera, I kind of lost track of exactly where he was headed. Grom the Paunch, having success against Bretonia. This is Heinrich, not Heinrich. Yeah, this is Kimmler. Okay, successful assaulting the garrison on Fort Bergbrus. That's probably not good for us, but they did not attack. Okay, this is kind of bad. Now we have Helm and Gorse to worry about, although that's Cathay. Cathay can take care of themselves. And Balthazar's over there as well. Okay, here comes Sylvania. They are not attacking Mordheim? Oh no, they attacked the extra army that we sent when the army of Sindade. That's okay. That's all right. They did take that settlement, but they've been weakened enough that I think we can take it back. We do have 4 armies down here that should be in pretty good shape when it gets back to being our turn. Okay, so Archaon is going to be the big one, and Khazrak are going to be the big 2 to worry about moving forward here. Here's Archaon, okay. Go away. I do not like these agents in my territory. Okay, at least they're assaulting the garrison of places that they're nowhere near attacking. Okay, that was it for Archaon. That was kind of unexpected. They didn't look like they really invaded us any further. Okay, here comes Khazrak towards the Black Pit. Okay. We have a battle. This is winnable. I wish I had not merged these armies, but you know, shame on me. I should have thought about the possibility that this could happen. Okay. Well, you know what? If we lose it, we lose it. I could obviously auto-resolve it and very easily, you know, call it a day, but we're not going to do that. I do feel like this is actually going to be more difficult to win manually than what auto-resolve seems to think. They've got a lot of really good units here. They've got a decent amount of chaff as well. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Okay. Let's get everybody back here for now. There's Khazrak. First of all, my reinforcements are coming in. I don't really know how to interpret this. If they do come in right here, that's great. That means they could reinforce this flank very, very quickly. But I'm not sure whether I can safely make that assumption. Alright, well, definitely what we want to do is we want to shoot Khazrak, who has high armor. These guys, not so much with the high armor. I am going to try to deal with them with crossbows. Let's put one of you up here. And one of you right here. Okay. For now, this is group number 2. Also, can you go? You cannot go on the walls. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. If I put you maybe over here, and some cannons over here. Guard mode, and I'm turning off fire at will. I don't want you shooting into a melee on the walls. I want you targeting any enemies that come in. In fact, I could probably do this. I could probably do it like that. Not quite. More like that. Nope, not quite. There we go. I think that'll work. Now I can put you on fire at will. Okay. And you should be able to shoot at any enemies that come in right here. We do need, then, to stop them. So all of you guys are joining number 2 as well. But if, in a minute and a half, if they come in right here, the way I'm hoping, then we should be able to handle this side. That leaves all of this, and where? Oh, he's got a ton of hidden units, doesn't he? Okay, that's trouble. All right, of what we can see, we have Minotaurs and Chaos Spawn over here. Let's get the handgunners here and here. Halberdiers here. No, wait a minute. I still have another. I'm going to do you here. Okay, so you 3 are on 1. Have I used either one of you 2? Yes, you are over here. You and you are going to be on 9. I could also use my cavalry. These guys are good anti-infantry, but not very good anti-large, so I think maybe it's better off if I put them over here. Put you all on 5. Are you mounted? Yes, you are. You could go with them. Or you could be up here to provide your benefit. I'm going to put you up here with 5. Okay. That then leaves Halberdiers here. Cygor. I don't know where the other Cygor is. I know there's 2 of them. There's the Incarnate Elemental of Beasts, the Chaos Spawn, 1 Cygor, 1 Minotaurs. We know they have more Minotaurs as well. There's the other Minotaurs. There's the other Cygor. Okay. So we can't see any of their infantry at all. Their regular old melee infantry. Well, that's unfortunate. But it's okay. I still then can get all of you all over here.
The Empire endures!
You two over here. You can be part of one.
Sigmar's heirs! Ready for war!
And then you two. Does he have manticores? I can't remember if he has. I don't see any, and I think I would be able to see them. I'm going to assume that he does have you right here. I need you over here. I'm going to assume that he does have some of his melee infantry over here.
The Empire endures!
That I just can't see. And over here, we still have a tower over here. I will take you and put you over here. Now we've got all of our towers. You're joining one, and we're going to want these cannons right here, kind of like I did over there on the other side. On 8. And you in guard mode. Okay. You can shoot at them when they break through the gate. So we're going to start out then with our cavalry charging out. And over here, I'm assuming that's, yeah, that Cygor can throw from where he's at. The towers can reach that Cygor, though. Pretty much everything that we can see is a good target, frankly, as far as the towers are concerned. What I could do, if they stay right there, I'm going to move you this way, because you can still hit. And if they stay back there and just start throwing, I might actually move the great cannons out and have them shoot at some of these large guys, because they are anti-large. You know what? I'm gonna plan on doing that, quite frankly. We're gonna move you to here, and I'm gonna move you out, and actually over here.
State troops ready!
I might want to do the same thing over here. After the cavalry move out, we'll see how it all begins. All right, let's go ahead and start doing this. I cannot see any infantry over there. I can't see any infantry over here either. I do want you guys shooting at Khazrak. And I do want you coming out. Okay, I've uncovered in troops. I don't see where that was. Over here? Indeed, okay. Alright, I want you to come out. Okay, over to 2s. Is the cannon out there yet? Not yet, but we're doing pretty good damage to some of his stuff here. Okay, Khazrak himself, unfortunately, is now... Fire at these cannons can fire at that Cygor. Okay, this is bad. I need you guys to get up here. I now need you guys to back up. Okay, back over here to 1. How are we looking? What about these cannons over here? I need you guys to come out here. Hurry up. Hurry it up. 5s. How are we doing here? We're doing okay. You got Minotaurs on you. That's probably not ideal. Minotaurs. Minotaurs. Okay, back over to here. We're doing okay. There we go. That's what I was worried about. There's Khazrak right there. Shoot him. Here we go. This is what I wanted right there. Boom. Okay, he's on our gunpowder units. That's fine. Oh. This is bad. This is bad. We got ourselves a giant right there. Okay. Over here. What are you doing? Are you... Yeah, you're exchanging fire with that Cygor. That is fine with me. We'll take that. I do need you guys to shoot over here. I need some of you all to deal with the enemy on the wall. Okay, back to 1. How we doing? Right here, we need you all on that Gore herd. Where's our 5s? Okay, we should be picking them to pieces here. Get in on these guys right there. That Ungor Spearman herd. We should be picking them to pieces with the towers. I think we're fine. I think everything is perfectly under control. Back to 2s. The cannons are probably going to lose the exchange with the Cygor, but they've done good damage to it. These guys could use some help. Right here, where's Khazrak? We've almost got Khazrak dead. Let's start getting some of you all helping out on this giant. You should be shooting at that giant now. Right here, yeah, you guys help out on them. Over here, you can... Try to blast them, maybe. Not sure that did any good at all. Okay, that was a mistake, Michael. I meant to select them, not cast that spell on them. There goes Khazrak, okay. That's a good sign. You guys need to shoot at Khazrak and try to kill him. Okay, he shattered. He shattered. It's almost over, folks. Back to 1s. How are we doing over here? Yeah. This is looking good. They must just have somebody who's unbreakable at this point. Okay, our 5s. You can finish off those Chaos Spawn cannons. You can get back on your pieces. We're doing fine. Back over here. Khazrak is probably going to get away. And then that'll be victory. There we go. I lost track of Khazrak. He probably got away. He moves very, very fast. Okay, we'll take it. I tell you what, the units in this garrison are absolute heroes of this campaign. They have won now 3 battles against determined attacks with, quite frankly, pretty paltry support. Alright, anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take the money, obviously. Khazrak did get away. About half of his army wiped out, including some Minotaurs and Minotaurs. I keep mispronouncing that. And the Incarnate Elemental of Beasts. Almost killed the giant, but not quite. Almost killed Khazrak, but not quite. Alright, whatever. I'll take it. If there are any more battles over the end turn, it's going to have to slide into the next episode. Assault Garrison against Fort Bergbris. I don't like that at all. Beast Path Interception. Albrecht Haupt Anderson. Okay. This is the guy in Fort Bergbris. Obviously, I'm going to decline this attack.
Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
Durthu. I thought Durthu was going to declare war on us here. Non-aggression pact. No. I don't know, maybe? Maybe we should. She's not particularly strong, but I assume Durthu is a she. Maybe Durthu is a he. I don't know. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to accept. We need fewer enemies. If it somehow helps us have fewer enemies, I'll take it. Like, if we can get the Wood Elves to join the Forces of Order in this campaign, that could definitely help. Bretonia actually won a battle. I never thought I would see the day. Still incredibly weak, though. Wolfric is looking pretty weak, but they do have that one army with those 6 mammoth units that are so... That's this one right here. That was just way too close to our settlements. And I have no armies over there that could handle it. Okay. Yeah, let's get Krace in on the action as well. Why not?
Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
Okay, Ostermark. No, it's not going to happen. I just made peace with them. Maybe think before you ask next time. Okay, we might get through... We still have Goromadni tribe up here, but I don't think they're in a position to attack us. We might get through the whole end turn here. And I hope so. That would be a nice place then to begin the next episode. Yep, their turn came and went without us even seeing them move. Failure, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think all we have left now are the rogue armies. Well, that's interesting. I thought they were going to attack Lothern there. Lots of pirates sailing around Ulthuan. Okay. Nice, okay. Attain is building an outpost. We did lose one of our 2 new engineers. That's going to happen. Ally mobilizes against settlement. Did I... Who knows how long ago it was that I asked them to do that. I'm going to credit the campaign AI tweaks, though, for why they're doing that. Oh, in Castlane, we have a Grey Wizard back. Okay, that's good. Technology research, that's good. Okay. Let's reassess and wrap this episode up, then. War's declared. Oh, Cult of Sotek declared war on Tyrion. Why? And on the Jade Court, whatever. Okay. Look at all these agent actions, but at least we only had 1 hero assassinated. Lots of raiding happening, and this includes Wulfric. So even though we made peace with him, he's still going to be an annoyance. We will deal with him as soon as we can. Buildings constructed. Units recruited. Okay. Alright, I'm not going to move anybody because I can't save the game in mid-turn. But
Yes, my lord.
we...
Knowledge is power.
Okay, so whichever guy doesn't get the engineer could get this
You'd get
wizard
outsmarted
instead.
by a squig.
Engineer.
Praise Sigma.
I think I'll put the wizard in a Helmet Feuerbox army, and I'll put
Certainty and purpose.
Helmet Neater, the new engineer, I'll put that into Emil von Corden's army. Archaon and Azhag kind of stayed put. They really did not... They didn't fall for this trap. That's for sure. Talabheim is quite strong on its own. Okay, and Gregor Braun, you need to get
Seek out the heretics.
him back into your... Yeah, look at how far he can go. This is just crazy how far he can move. I don't understand how he is able to move so far. You have 197 movement points, and yet you can't get the whole way to where he is. I don't know. I don't get it. Something's buggy there. All right. Anyway, you don't really have... Yes, you do. You have this enemy right here that you could attack, except it's going to be supported by an army of Archaon. And we probably don't want to fight all of that with this army.
Praise Sigma.
I might need to pull back. I might need to think about pulling back. It depends on how aggressive I want to be, I suppose. But definitely that is going to be a concern if they come at Castle Van Rauken with 2 armies. Or even more. Because Archaon's, this is all fog of war over here. I can't see what else he's got.
I command here.
We can try to do something with Karl Franz, obviously. That army is beatable. That army, these are Black Orcs. That's beatable, but it's got some good units in it. Cormac here, that's beatable. Got a couple good units, but nothing crazy. Certainly not too much for Karl Franz to handle.
Yes.
And then over here with Sylvania. This is the army that we have a mission to defeat.
Such a thing is impossible.
And it's vulnerable. We cannot reach, unfortunately, to attack. Well, that's probably fine because we don't want to end our turn right there anyway. We'd be overwhelmed by them. Over here, you obviously could reach to attack. That's probably something that we're definitely going to want to do. We can definitely keep winning battles against Sylvania down here. Plus, we have now Elspeth
von Draken.
Elspeth is looking a lot better. Wouldn't hurt to get some more replenishment, but probably not necessary. We could think about launching an offensive down here
What does
as
the
well.
Emperor bid?
Okay. And then just continue to play defense. Down here, we have this army that jumped across the mountains right there. Don't know what we're going to do about that, but it's probably too strong. It could probably overwhelm a minor settlement. Certainly it could overwhelm Karlberg, because Karlberg does not have the garrison building built. Okay, that's a bit of a concern. I can't have Khazrak marching around rampaging and destroying settlements in the middle of the Empire. And speaking of Khazrak, this army right there might... We can defeat Khazrak himself, I think. We can take out that army. I'll just have to recruit maybe 1 or 2 regiments of renown into this army, and we'll take care of Khazrak himself. Who knows, he might even sue for peace then. Right now, it doesn't look like he's willing to. Okay, so he probably won't. Silostra is the only one who will, and we're not going to do it with her. All right, anyway, we still have our work cut out for us, obviously, but it's okay. We won a significant battle over here, and I think we're poised to knock Khazrak back out. Maybe not out of the war completely, but to knock his army out. I'm very concerned about this army of Khazrak's, but I don't think he's going to take Marienburg, obviously. Karlberg is another story, or possibly even Bogenhofen. This army did get the garrison assaulted, so it continues to not look particularly strong. This army is not strong enough to be able to take on that army of Khazrak's. But elsewhere, we're okay. We have, I think, an okay situation over here. Maybe not a great situation over here. I'll have to figure that one out later. That's a little bit more touch and go. But we do still have the wild card here, which is Emperor Karl Franz. And he could move that way. He could come down this way. He could even go west and try to help out over here. Or southwest and try to deal with Khazrak's army over here. Or we could recruit another one, although our money situation is looking pretty bad right now. All right, anyway, I'm obviously going to go ahead and leave it there for now. But thanks everybody so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode.